Minutes after President Trump fired Acting Attorney General Sally Yates for refusing to defend his temporary ban on refugees, I happened to be on the air and predicted what would happen next.
Sally Quillian Yates now takes her place in history beside Elliot Richardson, the last Attorney General who directly defied the President of the United States. On a Saturday 44 years ago in 1973.
Since Nixon, since the Saturday Night Massacre, we have not had a president dismiss someone because she disagreed with the legal analysis.
We're back with the panel, and Erin, I said this to Tucker Carlson the next morning, New York Times, fifth paragraph, Saturday Night Massacre, which of course involved a criminal probe of the Nixon White House over Watergate.
That's right. Look, both Donald Trump and Sally Yates did exactly what they should have done. Sally Yates is a Democrat. She's an Obama holdover. I want to actually...
Wait. You're going to get a lot of tweets, but before we go on. Sally Yates, if she disagreed with this, could have resigned. Instead, she made a big political move, and you're saying that's okay?
Well, also, Donald Trump was right to fire her. I think from the independent voice of reason here, I think both sides did exactly what can be expected of them. Let me read you a comment that came from an article this week by my former editor, I should say, Carl Cannon. She was setting herself up for a seven-figure salary in private practice, risking a job she was going to lose in a week or two anyway.
She was going to lose the job. Marie Harf, even the liberal Harvard lawyer Alan Dershowitz, who opposes the refugee policy of President Trump, told CNN that Sally Yates was wrong and that this was a political objection she was making, not a legal one.
I got the sense that it was actually a legal one. And I'm not a constitutional scholar, but I actually agree with Aaron. I think she did what her job was. She was in that job.
The Office of Legal Counsel at the Justice Department had already proved this on legal grounds.
The Office of Legal Counsel is not the end-all, be-all. They've had a checkered history on some issues, including torture during the Bush administration. So they are very good lawyers, but they are not free from being asked by the Attorney General about their work.
You don't think she was grandstanding?
Look, I agree with Aaron. She did what her job was. I think she felt she had a legal responsibility. And now, after we've seen multiple federal judges appointed by Democrats and Republicans standing up and questioning the refugee ban, what she did actually doesn't seem that crazy. But I agree that the massacre language...
It was overblown. Absolutely. And Donald Trump was right to fire her, too. I mean, he was right. He's a Republican.
Let me get Kellyanne. Talk about the optics of the way this was covered. And there was suddenly sort of woman in the news, Sally Yates, what a thing she did. She was an Obama holdover who was on her way out and did this, at least in part, to get attention.
Political grandstanding. She wants a job at MSNBC as a political pundit, and I'm sure she'll get one in a few weeks. And she's a liberal hero. But the rule of law was not followed here. She passed through a lot of things under Eric Holder's watch that were questionable.
But come back to the press coverage.
The press coverage was overblown. The massacre thing was completely wrong. CNN went with it all day Monday, and then they still had stuff online on their site on Thursday calling it a Sunday night massacre.
Yeah, plus you got to fire more than one person to have it be a massacre. All right.